Hello, how are you? Welcome or welcome back. I hope you're doing well. Happy holidays to you. Hopefully you haven't been involved in any dramas this festive season so far. Let's see. Just want to start off the episode by giving a special thank you to the people who interact with me and comment on my videos and stuff. It always makes me feel super nice when you say nice things to me. So thank you very much for that. Let's go ahead and take a look at Am I the Asshole? I picked out some sort of like Christmassy based ones. So yeah, let's see what we have. For some reason, I noticed today that all of them are poo mode activated. So I don't know what's going on with the moderators at the moment. But poo mode, whatever that means. So yeah, let's take a look at the first one. Am I the asshole for not depositing my Christmas check? So for Christmas, I, 29-year-old female, received a very generous check from my parents. I wasn't expecting it and they never spend this much on gifts, so it took me by surprise. Not to give exact numbers, but it was 4 digits. I was very grateful and thanked them for their generous gift. Everything was great until the day after Christmas. My dad would come up to me multiple times and ask if I deposited the check. I told him that I would and that I could deposit it through my banking app. Well, the day goes on and I forget to deposit the check. The 27th comes along and I get home from work and my dad gets on me again and asks me if I deposited the check. Why is this such a big deal? I don't understand. I told him no and he seemed annoyed and again told me to deposit the check. Well, as you can probably guess, the day ends with me again forgetting to deposit the check. Why did you not do it there and then on the spot? Now it's today, the 28th, so this was yesterday in our land. Now it's today, the 28th, and my mum texts me while I'm at work asking if I deposited the check. What is such the big deal with this check? I don't understand. I told her no, and she must have told Dad because he started angrily texting me. I asked you to do something and you didn't do it. I'm so upset with you. OP? I mean OP like original poster, but what is this? I'm so upset with you, it's not even funny. This is a total disrespect of me and your mum. What? I asked you to deposit that. I asked you to deposit that check and you didn't. You know we did this because we love you and you turn around and not deposit the check like I asked. I'm so upset. Just give me the check and I'll deposit it in your account if you're that lazy, ungrateful. What the fuck? You've got issues, man. I honestly don't understand what the big deal is. Like, what is the issue? It's only been a few days. Like, she says she's going to do it eventually. Like, is it that big of a deal? How I don't understand. So I was shocked when I read that while at work, okay? And I'm not going to lie, it hurt a lot. I spent most of my lunch break in tears trying to think of a response. I love my dad a lot, but I felt his anger was out of line and needlessly malicious. Unfortunately, while my dad is loving most of the time, he does have bouts of anger like this, like once a year, so not often at all. He never gets physical or anything, but is very loud. Eventually, I text him back saying, "Hi Dad, I'm sorry that this has made you upset. It's not that I'm ungrateful, I guess I just don't understand why this needs to be deposited right away, especially since it hasn't even been a week since I received your very generous gift. I love you very much and I don't want this to damage your relationship. So I think it's no longer appropriate for me to accept this check. I'll give you the check back when I get home." I think that's very reasonable, very respectful. Good for you. So I thought that was the best and most mature way to reply. Maybe he'll calm down? No. So he replied back with that. What's OP in this context? I don't understand. Let me know in the comments what this means. You know how I am, like I don't understand the internet. I'm like a young old woman. Anyway, so he replied back with this. When I tell you to do something, I want it done. When your mum asks you to do something, you do it. How old is this bitch? 29 years old, grown-ass adult, almost in their 30s. And you're talking about depositing a check, not like going to see someone who's sick in hospital. This is pretty fucking ridiculous. This is really ridiculous. Anyway, when your mum asks you to do something, you do it. Now I want you to deposit that check today or I will disconnect your internet. We live in the same house. Okay, fair enough. I asked for the simplest thing and you can't give that to me. I have my reasons for wanting the check cashed. You should honour my wish. As far as I'm concerned, this has damaged our relationship. Bitch, if it really matters to you that much, then you should explain that. You should say, like, look, it's really important that you cash this check soon. Don't need to go into the reason why, but make the expectation clear. Just be like, have you deposited yet? Have you deposited yet? Like, badgering someone is not the same as having a good reason for it and explaining that you have a good reason. Do you know what I mean? I think this is like all too fucking much. I've since deposited the check like he asked, but I'm really confused. Am I really in the wrong here, or is he blowing it out of proportion? Way blown out of proportion. I don't understand this. Maybe some commenters. This post has contest mode enabled? What the fuck does that mean? Comments are in random ordering and vote scores are hidden? What? Bitch, like I've told you before, I only go on Reddit for these videos. I don't understand how it works. But what are people saying? You're the asshole, you're 29, not 12. Surely you understand the concept of balancing a checkbook. Bitch, it's only been a couple of days, and to get this angry about it, really? If someone gives you a generous gift, stop forgetting to do what you were asked and just deposit it. Oh my god, that's too harsh. Sorry, my phone's gone off. Soft, you're the asshole. Full on dad is the asshole. Get out of the house and live your own life. ESH, everybody should, I don't know. I'm just like, you should have returned the check because the gift will be held over your head. Absolutely. If also for anyone saying they should have deposited the check, perhaps it isn't an option. Last thought, people mention a huge sum, thousands of dollars, when the check was generous, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Seems like things are pretty fucking mixed. Your dad, not the asshole, your dad was being rude and controlling. Yes. You know, people are always saying always like, oh, you live at home, just move out, just move out. Like, it's not that easy for a lot of people to just move out, especially in this day and fucking age. We're not like fucking back in the 50s where a house cost like $10. Do you know what I mean? Clearly I'm exaggerating, but my god. You were the asshole that would take it? Bitch, no, I don't think so. What do you all think? Let me know in the comments below, because this seems to be splitting people. And I don't know what ESH means. Do you know what? Let's fucking look it up. What does ESH mean on Reddit? I don't know what this means. I'm out of the loop. Yeah, me too. Everybody sucks here. Okay. I'm like, everyone's the asshole. Anyway, yeah, this seems to be really dividing people. Let me know what you think in the comments, because to me this is clear like too fucking much from the dad. Okay? Anyway, next one. Am I the asshole for the meltdown I had on Christmas Day, which caused my dad's wife to cry? So, background starts with my mum dying. OP is 17 years old and female, and was 11 at the time, and my sisters were 16 and 18, so OP is the youngest of them. Our dad met his second wife a couple of years later when I was 13. The expectations for my relationship with her and my sisters were very different. My sisters were expected to be civil, but if they weren't close, it was no big deal. But almost everyone, minus my sisters and minus my mum's family, expected me to see my dad's wife as some second mother or maternal/parental figure. They got married when I was 14. I don't see why it should be different for different kids. But anyway, my dad's wife wanted me to decide. No, my dad's wife wanted me to divide Mother's Day between my sisters and maternal side with her. What does that mean? How do you divide a day between my sisters and my maternal? I don't get that. Anyway, my sisters were not expected to do the same. How do you divide a day with your sisters, but your sisters don't do the same? I don't understand what this means, but let's assume it's not that important, okay? But she would say she wanted to celebrate the day with her kid. That's a bit mean, saying one of them is your child and the other two aren't, but anyway, she signed us up for mother-daughter things. She would get hurt when I didn't want to go and would never ask my sisters. This apostrophe thing is starting to bother me. I asked her before why she expected me to do these things with her, but she never invited my sisters. She said she was raising me and wanted to be a mother presence in my life, but they were grown. Were they? 18, okay, but 16, I'm guessing they still lived in the house at that time. And also, like, again, it's a bit mean to be like, you're my daughter, but these two aren't. Anyway, she would get her. I asked before why. She said she was raising me and wanted to be mother presence in my life, but they were gone. I told her and my dad on separate occasions that I didn't want or need, and wouldn't accept someone else into that kind of figure. I was ignored. I had a small run-in with my sisters when Dad was getting married because I said he shouldn't, and they said he should be allowed to move on and my mum would want him to be happy. When I explained what was going on, they realised why I was feeling that way. They tried talking to Dad, but it did not go well. My dad's side of the family would all make comments that I was lucky to have another mother figure, or how I don't seem to give her the care and consideration she deserves. They would ask why I seemed to spend no time with her of my own free will, or why I was never loving toward her. My dad told me I should show her more love and affection, and told me I made her feel left out when I didn't tell her stuff or when I made plans with others but not her. I know some people would love to have someone like this in their lives, but I want the same relationship my sisters have with her, but more is expected. So anyway, this was a long fucking context. Let's get to the point, eh? So Christmas Day came and everyone was at our house for Christmas, minus my mum's family. My dad and his wife gave me a card from my parents, and my sister got them with Dad and his wife. That is really weird to me, to single out this one person. This is really weird. Then when it became time for family photos, we got one with the three of us and Dad, but then my grandparents wanted me in the family one with my dad and his wife, but my sisters weren't expected to be in it. This is so weird. I tried to step out and my dad's wife said it wasn't a family photo without their kid. This was the point where I lost it, and I told her I'm not her kid, she's not my mother figure, and that she is Dad's wife just like she is to my sisters, and I want it to be that way. I said I do not love her and hate how they all treat her like she suddenly became a parent to me. My sisters were on my side, but my dad was furious, and his wife cried and cried harder as I continued. Am I the asshole? As you continued? Bitch. At first when I saw this, like, about having a meltdown, I thought maybe it was like a neurodivergent thing, you know, like it's all too much for me, I'm having a meltdown. But no, it seems like this is just someone throwing their toys out the pram. I think that, yeah, the opinion or the position of the dad's wife and the dad and their family or whatever is like really, really strange, but I don't think it's necessary to have this so-called meltdown, start like being like, I don't love you, you're not my mum, you're never going to be that figure, blah blah blah. I think that's a bit fucking much in front of like the whole family and everything. I'm not surprised that she cried and cried, and you said cried harder as I continued, so even when she was crying the first time, you still continued to go on and on and on, instead of being like, shit, that was really inappropriate, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to upset you so much, it's just that this is the way I feel, and I feel like you're really, you know, pushing it, you know. I think it would have been much better and easier just to be like, really, this is making me very uncomfortable, I don't want to be in the picture, please respect that, you know. And then it's up to the adults to act like adults and to respect how you feel about the situation. How old are you now? 17 now. Is OP 17 now, but still I feel like that could have been handled a lot better, you know. And I totally understand that, you know, they're probably not the type of people based on past history that are, you know, wanting to respect your boundaries and wanting to hear what you have to say about the situation, but still, like, going off on one basically in front of everybody and, you know, not caring when she's crying, I think that is really harsh. So yeah, you are the asshole. Like, I don't see how this is not asshole behaviour, honestly. Yeah, pretty simple. Next one. Am I the asshole for excusing myself from family dinner after being served a visibly disgusting dairy-free alternative? So OP is a 39-year-old male and says, I am on a Christmas holiday with my wife's family, who's 36. I have a dairy allergy, which means I can't eat butter, milk, yogurt or cheese. Everyone in the family knows this, especially my mother-in-law, who is in charge of cooking. First 2 nights for dinner, we had a raclette. If you don't know what it is, it's like some thing where you chop up your vegetables and fry them on a little stand. Then you add cheese, which you grill at the same time, blah, blah, blah. It's basically like fucking fondue. That's what raclette is. So raclette is literally just fried chopped vegetables and potatoes, unless you have the cheese. And furthermore, it takes about an hour to grill enough to feel full. Okay, so what we're saying here is OP has this dairy allergy, can't fucking eat cheese, right? But for the first 2 nights, they had this raclette thing, which is basically let's cover shit in cheese. It takes about an hour to do this. You kind of all like sit around together and grill it like at the same time. Not like a barbecue, it's kind of like you're all like grilling your own shit, you know? But again, OP is allergic to cheese, and this is fucking cheese. Okay though, I made it through that. I just had extra nuts and chocolates. It's Christmas after all. So OP handled it, was like, whatever, okay. So on day 3, we were to have a more substantial meal with mashed potato, except mother-in-law forgot me and put butter and milk in, and instead of telling me and saying sorry, assigned this guy, wife's sister's partner, that's a bit fucking harsh to call him this guy, he's your brother-in-law, anyway, who's known as extremely unreliable, depressed, who also happened to be very ill and not someone you'd want making your food at all, to make a dairy-free mash. That's a bit fucking ungrateful. Why didn't you just make it yourself? Do you know what I mean? Like slating this guy just because he's ill and is depressed. Like that's really fucking judgmental and harsh. I'm not liking you, Opie. So he boiled some potatoes and blended them, making a watery, potato-only soup consistency broth. And this was served on the table in a saucepan with the rest of the meal that I could have. I asked for a bowl and poured out a portion of the potatoes and then offered it around to others. No one wanted any, including the guy who made it. Well, yeah, because this is a part of the meal that's being made especially for you, and they have like the regular mashed potato. Like it's not going to be nice if everybody then eats yours, knowing that that's the only thing that you can have. So anyway, and this was the point in which I just had enough and got seriously angry and said, what? Because no one else wanted to take your food from you, this made you seriously angry? Bitch, calm down. You need better problems in your life, okay? So I made an excuse about having promised to call my mum and picked up the remaining meal and bowl of watery potatoes and left to another room where I called my mum. And I poured it down the toilet and just ate bread until I was full. So not only are you, for some reason, angry at people for not taking your food, but you then take your food, go away and call your mum in another room and pour the food down the toilet. So wife came in absolutely fuming, telling me I'd hurt the guy's feelings and that it was so rude to leave the dinner table. I laid my cards on the table. Why have I not been thought of for every single meal? I'm never asked what I want, and it's not hard to make things dairy free or to buy some extra stuff, etc, etc. Again, why are you being so ungrateful to this guy who's made, okay, something that's like super watery and it doesn't look very nice, but he's fucking tried, okay? Like, give this guy a break. Why did you not make it yourself? Do you know what I mean? Bitch. Anyway, wife says I should just suck it up and that the guy made an effort. Exactly. I replied that he's not a kid. If I made something that atrocious, I would not expect anyone to eat it like he was a child whose feelings I shouldn't hurt. If you're not a fucking kid, why don't you make your own fucking food then? I'm now in the doghouse. Apparently no one bought my needing to call my mum story, obviously, because it was fucking thin as. Am I the asshole here? Edit, forgot to mention they all barely speak English as we are in France. My wife is half French. This goes some of the way perhaps to me not being involved in meal discussions. Don't see the relevance. Edit 2, it's not really possible for me to cook my own food in this situation. I'm not fucking buying that. It's hard to explain, yeah, I bet it is. But mother-in-law and that side of the family are the cooks, and we don't really get input and we offer to help and are turned down. Edit 3, they've known me for 5 years. She knows about the intolerance. She's just forgetting me, which is okay. It happens. I basically got mad because they served me something basically inedible and acted like nothing was wrong than just saying sorry and giving me bread. So you're mad at everyone because this one guy, unfortunately, didn't make you something very nice. So now you're angry at everyone for not apologising to you and treating you like the fucking child that's been put out, but you're acting as if he's the one that's been... No. bitch. Edit 4, because this guy's obviously getting a lot of... Oh my god, how many edits are this? Jesus fucking Christ. A lot of people want to know what else there was. We had a portion of fried pork and there was a saucepan of cabbage, no bread, so without the potatoes the meal was just pork and cabbage, which you're being fucking ungrateful for because you could have eaten that. Edit 5, it's cow's milk intolerance, meaning lactate doesn't work. Lots of people are saying I should fix my own meals or go to the shops and get my own supplies. This is not really a polite thing in this situation. Otherwise I would 100% do that. You're talking bullshit. You're talking absolute fucking bullshit. You don't care about being polite to people. Don't play that, bitch. I can see right through you and your watery ass potato. You have to trust me on this one, that it was not an option and that more offence would be caused if I'd offered to do that. Lies and fairy tales. Reading the balance is quite a mixture. I think I handled this situation poorly, but I don't know what the correct plan of action would be without having to A, publicly reject eating it if this... having to A, publicly reject eating it, this offending mother-in-law and the other guy, or B, pretend to like it and potentially be forced to eat an entire pan of it. I would have taken B if potentially any of the others at the table had decided to try it. Why? Why are you blaming this on other people? But it just felt humiliating. Yeah, not for you, for the poor guy that you've been slating this whole time. Bitch, talk about trying to be the centre of everyone's world. My God. As everyone could see how bad it was, and it would be obvious that I was faking enjoyment, I think if I had better social skills, I could have maybe joked my way through, perhaps. Perhaps it wouldn't have been humiliating to fake enjoyment, and I could have just raised my eyebrows at everyone to let them know I was just being polite. Bitch. Final update, we just had breakfast. I apologised for leaving the table and doubled down on my mum phone call excuse. So you're basically lying again. I promised a certain time, yada yada, which is a lie. And said it was nothing to do with the meal, which is another lie. The guy apologised for messing up the potatoes. I said they were fine and that I was sorry he thought I felt... And I was sorry he thought I left the table because of that, which you fucking did. Everyone seems satisfied, but I'm pretty sure everyone knows the real reason I left. I will play some chess with the guy later to mend things further with him. So after, 7 edits, OP is finally getting the point that he did not handle this situation well. Oh my fucking God. What would I do in that situation? After 2 nights of this fucking cheesy raclette thing, I would be a bit like, oh, okay then. And then I would say to my wife, can you remind your mum that I can't eat dairy, so I can't eat cheese and stuff, so maybe for tonight or for tomorrow, we can eat something together that I can also have. Do you know what I mean? Just ask your wife to remind your mum, seeing as there's this language barrier there. If that doesn't happen, oh gosh, you just forgot, that's okay, whatever. 1, make your own fucking meal. Stop being this person needs to make it for me and I have no choice, and it's going to be so offensive if I make it myself. I'm sorry, that's all fucking bullshit. Make it myself, but then say for example, OP didn't know that this was going on, and actually without them even being clued up in the situation, mother-in-law realises, shit, I've put butter in those potatoes. Son-in-law, can you make potatoes for other son-in-law without any dairy in it? He does that, and then I'm presented with this thing. It seems like OP didn't even try it. OP just said they look disgusting and that was the end of it. I would have fucking tried it. I wouldn't have offered it to other people because, again, this is something that's been made specifically for me, for my food intolerances, and they have their own equivalent, and I'm guessing a lot more of it to go around all of them. If everyone's offering stuff to people, then sure, maybe say does anyone want some? But in general, I don't think that it makes sense to be this has been made specially for me because I can't eat the other stuff. Do you all want it? So again, being outraged at these other people is even more fucking ridiculous. You're just looking for someone to blame. You're just looking for someone to be angry at, okay? But I would have tried it. At least I would have been okay, it doesn't maybe look good, but maybe it tastes good. I don't fucking know. I would at least try them anyway. And if I was feeling these aren't nice, I don't want to eat them, then I would maybe just fill up on the other stuff and be that's already actually enough for me. I'm full up. Thank you so much. That was nice in terms of the meal as a whole. Do you know what I mean? Or if I was really feeling the pressure to eat these things, I would fucking mix them in with the other food. Do you know what I mean? Dilute it a little bit with the pork and cabbage. Find a way to make it work. Do you know what I mean? But like, and I especially would not have not only left the table, right, but then lied about why I left the table, like what, 5 or 6 times? How is that supposed to make people feel? That you're just like being more dishonest, that, as you say, you're doubling down on this excuse that you made, gaslighting them basically, telling them that you're not doing something that you're very clearly doing, and putting that responsibility on other people to help you out in this situation, and to like act as if you're a fucking victim here. Bitch. I'm getting fucking pretty passionate about this, aren't I? I just think the guy's being fucking ridiculous. Honestly, I do. Let's move on. Next one. Am I the asshole for taking away my daughter's gifts because she didn't spend Christmas with us? Yeah, probably. So my daughter Leah? I think it's Leah. My daughter Leah's mother and I were never married, but we did officially separate when she was 5. I got with my current wife, Nia, when Leah was 9. Oh, Leah was 9, and married her when Leah was 12. Leah never got on with Naya and didn't want to spend time with her and was just generally unpleasant to her. We are currently in family therapy, and honestly, I think Leah just says the meanest things possible to avoid actually discussing her feelings with us. She's absolutely amazing to hang around with one-on-one, but is unpleasant around Naya. We were all supposed to spend Christmas together as per our custody agreement. Leah is 16 now, and we've been more lenient, but we've always adhered to our agreement for holidays and birthdays. On Christmas Eve, Leah left to see her boyfriend's family and drop off her gifts. At around 6, I call her and ask when she's heading home, and she says she's staying. I know her mum lives near her boyfriend and asked if that's where she was going. She didn't answer. I told her to come home, and she pretty much agreed, but then never did. I did call her boyfriend's parents, and they confirmed she left to her mother's, and I called her mother, who said Leah was there. Naya was heartbroken because she felt like Leah didn't want to be there because of her. This year, Naya handled all the gifts. She did the work of going in store and picking them out. I decided my daughter wasn't allowed to shit on Leah's efforts to at least be civil with her, so when Leah got home and I asked why she wasn't at Christmas, she said she wanted to spend it with her real mum. I said that's fine. When she asked about her gifts, I said her fake mum got it for her, so she didn't need them. Needless to say, she's pissed at me and hasn't said anything. Naya appreciates me putting my foot down, but feels like Leah is a lost cause and just to give her the gifts. Leah's mum agrees she needs to stop treating Naya badly and expecting no consequences. Am I the asshole? No, she has the gifts her mum and boyfriend and other family members got her, just not the ones Naya helped with. I got her a car for Christmas, gifted it to her in November because she needed the car. Leah is an only child on both sides. I have no other children and don't plan to. I'm fine with having a relationship with Leah outside of Naya. My issue is she treats Naya badly, like subhuman. She acts outright nasty to her. I wouldn't push so hard if she could at least be civil. Okay. To be honest, when I read the title, I was like, yeah, you probably are a fucking asshole. Like, you're trying to bribe someone to spend Christmas with you. I honestly thought as well that the daughter would be older. But actually, having read it, I kind of get where they're coming from. Like, can you hear that beeping in the background? It's my dryer, I'm sorry. Yeah, I kind of get, because, you know, the daughter, how old is she? She's 16 now, so she's still a child, but she's old enough to kind of know better. They're in family therapy. Seems like she's not making too much of an effort. I think it's fair enough if she doesn't want to spend Christmas with her dad and his wife. I think it's fair enough if she wants to spend Christmas with her biological mum. But she should have just been upfront and honest about that. And then saying like the whole real mum, fake mum thing, I do think that can be a little hurtful. So, and given the age she is, the fact that she has all these other presents and you bought her a fucking car, I think it's fine, to be honest. I don't think you're the asshole in the situation. I think you're doing what you can to discipline your daughter for being disrespectful to somebody. Like you say, if she was civil, fine, but she's not, and that's the difference. Okay, Not the asshole. Next one. Am I the asshole for giving two nieces the same gifts when they are different ages? So I'm an 18-year-old female and I'm currently on school break and spending Christmas with my family. So parents, two sisters and brother-in-laws, one brother and two nieces. We, the adults, agreed only the kids would get gifts to decrease the financial burden. I'm a typical broke college student, but also an okay baker, so for this first Christmas as an adult, I decided to give baked goods as presents. That's quite nice. I made butter cookies with lemon icing. My nieces were Mia, 9 and Zoe, 6, each from different sisters. I made 2 identical boxes for them. Each girl got 12 cookies each and they were shaped like things from the song 12 Days of Christmas. That's sweet. Everyone complimented me on how cute the cookies for the girls were. I also made a batch plain shaped for the family and everyone said they were good. Mia did not look pleased. Mia's the 9-year-old. However, she didn't look pleased, however, and was quieter than usual for the rest of the morning. At lunch, Mia's mother asked to speak to me. She said Mia felt like it was unfair that Zoe got the same amount of cookies she did when she was the older girl. Speak to your daughter. Speak to your fucking daughter. Just because she's older, she should get more. Don't be teaching people that. Especially when it's a fucking gift. She's lucky she got anything at all. Mia always thought of me as the favourite aunt and was hurt that I didn't treat her special. So you just want special treatment from people? I don't think I did anything wrong and Mia was being overly petty. I did make up with her ever since and we're good now, but I still wonder, am I the asshole? Absolutely not, and I think your sister should be treating your daughter better. Clearly. It's super simple. I mean, like 9 and 6, I honest to God thought that it was going to be that one of them is like between 4 and 6 years old and the other one is like 16 or 17 and you got them both fucking Barbie dolls. Like, I honestly thought it would be like age appropriate gifts given to people of the same age, but fucking cookies? Everybody wants to eat cookies, do you know what I mean? It doesn't matter what age you are, and just because you're a little bit older and you think you're fucking special, you think you should get more? No, entitled fuck. Cut that shit out. Next. Am I the asshole for leaving my sister's Christmas vacation early? So, OP is the 29-year-old. The sister is 33 and lives in a foreign, undeveloped country that is a 12-hour flight away. She invited my mum to come stay with her over Christmas and suggested 6 weeks from early December to mid-January when flights were the cheapest, so before and after the Christmas rush, basically. She also invited me to come and stay. However, I work full-time and was unsure when exactly I could come, but I knew I had to leave the first week of January. Before booking flights, she said she wanted to organise some New Year's plans with her friends and asked if I would be happy to entertain her mum whilst she did that because she did not want us at her New Year's plans. I agreed, and to not get bored, I booked a 3-night guided trip from the 30th to the 2nd of January for me and my mum. The 30th is the day after my sister told me she would be leaving with her friends. I ended up booking my flights very late, well after my mum had arrived and after I booked our guided trip, due to work and booked to come for 13 days. This is getting complicated. I asked my sister when she would be returning from her plans as I would fly home that day so my mum would not be alone. But if she's returning from her plans then she's already there. What? She told me her trip was 6 to 7 nights, which I found strange as I thought New Year's plans would be 2 or 3 days max. Fast forward to me arriving, I asked my sister if she has confirmed her return flight from her New Year's plans, and she tells me it's now a 7 to 8 night trip. After 3 days of being there, I decided to bring my return flight forward to the day after the guided trip finishes, because the city is not very pleasant and there's not much to do. We did all tourist sites in 3 days. My sister's house and the bedroom I'm sleeping in is not very pleasant, and if I'm going to sit around not doing anything, I would rather be at home. I told my mum my decision and tried to convince her to do the same. However, she does not want to, so said she will stay alone until my sister gets back from her trip, so that would be 3 days alone from her. My sister has been telling me how I am selfish for leaving my mum alone to go home early, which is true, but I feel like my sister shouldn't have gone on a 7 or 8 night trip while she had visitors that she invited here in the first place. Am I the asshole? No. The sister's like, are you crazy? Sorry, I shouldn't use the word crazy, but like, are you fucking tripping? Like, this is ridiculous. She's been a hypocrite. Like saying that, hey, Our mother is coming to visit me, but I'm going off on a trip that's getting longer and longer, leaving her alone. Can you come and basically babysit our mother while I'm off doing other things? And then when OP does it, but not for as long as a trip, 3 days off, then she's like, you're selfish? No, this is ridiculous. This is stupid. We spent a while on the first couple, but the last few have just been like fucking clear cut, don't you think? I mean, I think unless the mother is some sort of situation where she needs like care, where she needs someone to be around, which it seems like not, because, you know, OP hasn't mentioned it and mother's fine with being left by herself. But even so, I agree with OP completely. It's the sister who invited people to her house. Then she's the one who's being rude for going off and having other plans for a fucking week. Like, I understand if it's a day or two, but a week? Just leaving her visitors there and then like being mean to one of them because they want to go home early and not be there alone without the person they're visiting? Doesn't make sense to me. Next and final one. Am I an asshole for saying my husband and his family are rude for not getting me / forgetting to give me a Christmas present? Yeah, sounds like you're entitled. Sorry for the bad format. As the text states, blah, blah, blah. In the beginning of December, my husband, who's a 22-year-old male, asked what I, 19-year-old female, wanted for Christmas, and I said I wanted a drawing tablet. He told me to send him a link to Amazon for the drawing pad I wanted, and I did. He said he'd order it early because he would be out of state during Christmas as we'd be visiting his family. I've only ever met his family once before this, and it was at the wedding. That's kind of unusual, but fair enough. While they are super nice people and very welcoming, it was super overwhelming being around so many strangers hugging me, and even though his family knew I was coming to Christmas, I didn't get anything. I don't know if that's normal. I bought his grandma a really cute apron with flowers on it as her old apron broke. I also bought his other grandma, who's super stressed and overworked, a heating pad and a free massage. I also got his aunt a Cleveland Browns travel mug, and everyone got candied pecans, homemade Baileys and brownies, and I got nothing. I also gave my husband a Steam gift card and made him a meat pie and pitched in with his family for an Oculus Quest 3. To top it off, it's been I don't know how long since Christmas and I still haven't gotten a gift from my husband. When I asked if I would be getting anything, his answer was that he forgot. This is our first Christmas together and he promised it'd be better than any other Christmas because my family never got me gifts either. I grew up with an abusive dad and stepmom, blah blah blah. She's basically never, is she? I don't know. Yeah, she's basically never had gifts before, and now, wait, where am I? Have I not read this already? Am I wrong to be mad? Of course I never said anything out loud to his family, but when I asked him and he said he forgot to get me something, it felt like my heart shattered. I just wanted this Christmas to be different, and now I feel like the Grinch for being ungrateful. I would have been happy with a single card or a $1 bill or anything something. This just feels worse than my family not giving me anything because my husband made me pass out presents with him to learn everyone's names. I got to watch everyone open their presents and get excited over what they received. Meanwhile, everyone knew I'd be there and didn't bother to get me something. Am I the asshole for telling my friend? Okay, I thought you were telling those people, like I thought it was like a stand up, you're all rude situation. But no, it was just the friend. That my husband and family are rude. She seems to think so. Did I do something wrong? Edit, we've been together for 6 years. You know, I have a thing about the age. So he's 3 years older. They've been together for 6 years. So she was 13 at the time. Besides the point, but you know how I feel about this. We've been married for 4 months, going on 5, and never met his extended family before the wedding. This is only my second time being around them all at once. When you give a gift, you have to give it freely. Don't give people gifts expecting to get something back. Don't get me wrong, the gifts you got were nice and they were thoughtful. That's a lovely gesture. But if you're only doing that to get something back in return, then you need to sort something out in your own like brain, heart, mind, soul, whatever. Because That's like, you shouldn't be giving gifts just because you want something back, okay? That's one thing. However, I do understand that there's multiple people in husband's family. You've gotten them all gifts and you didn't get a single one from them. I understand that you'd be a bit like, oh, okay then. Like, a little bit like, a little bit, you know, but still being like, oh well, never mind. That's how I would be in that kind of situation. Yeah, I get that you have this family history thing and you never had Christmas presents. Like, when you were growing up, whatever, like, that's much of a much. How's your husband's family supposed to know that? Do you know what I mean? And also, even if they did, it's not their job to make up for what happened in your childhood. It's not. However, I would be more upset that the husband didn't get anything after specifically asking, what do you want? And I'm going to buy it early. And then just not even seeming to be bothered about the fact that he apparently forgot. Like, and did he as well? Did he just let OP buy all the gifts for his family? Or did he contribute at all? Because it seems as if this is like oh, you can do all the work and get all the presents for my family, but I'm not even going to bother getting you something, even though I made it seem as if I was going to get you a specific gift that you asked for. That I would be more upset about, to be honest. But I wouldn't be upset with the family. So what was the question? Am I the asshole for calling them rude for not getting me a present? If you said it to them, absolutely you would be an asshole. Saying it to your friend, I understand it's kind of like you're not necessarily venting, but just sort of like explaining the situation, having a chat with your friend and be like, I think that was really rude. I don't think the rudeness, I don't think saying that they were rude is what makes you an asshole. I think it's you've even said it yourself that you're ungrateful. So, yeah, bit of a Christmas asshole. But good that you didn't, you know, have a fit and like take it out all on them and like start throwing your toys at the pram and stuff like that. But yeah. Anyway, those are all the ones that I have for this Christmas edition of Am I the Asshole? How did you find it? Do you agree with me? Let me know in the comments down below. I do hope that you enjoyed this episode. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm going to go off now and do my customary second episode. Let's see what Reddit thread I take for that. But yeah, thanks for joining and I will see you again in the next one. Bye-bye. Bye.